So, good day, Ma'am Bern, and good day, classmates. We are the group Reporter 8 to report about the campaign for independence 1922 to 1935. The Wood, the Wood Forbes Mission. Fact-finding commission sent to the Philippines by newly elected U.S. President Warren Harding in March 1921, which concluded that Filipinos were not ready for independence from the United States. In 1931, Woodrow Wilson had appointed the liberal Francis V. Harrison was convinced that the best method of preparing Filipinos for independence was to give them was as wide a latitude as possible in managing their internal affairs. Passage of the Jones Act 1916, which announced the U.S. intention of granting Philippine independence, encouraged Harrison in his policy of replacing Americans in the Philippine civil service with Filipinos. Republicans in the United States argued that Harrison's policy of Filipinization was premature and that the takeover of jobs by Filipinos resulted only in marked deterioration of services. To support this position, Harding sent out General Leonard Wood and Cameron Forbes. The two reported in October 1921 that the islands were not prepared for independence and that many educated Filipinos wished to remain under the American tutelage. News of the Wood Forbes report was received with anger in the Philippines. Wood, who served as a governor-general for the next 6 years, though an honest and efficient administrator, remained highly unpopular with Filipinos. Wood becomes governor. Leonard Wood is a chief of staff of United States Army military, governor of the Cuba, and Governor-General of the Philippines. He fought in Cuba during the Spanish-American War. So, this picture is Leonard Wood. President Harding wanted General Wood to be the next Governor-General of the Philippines. Wood was reluctant to accept the position of the first but was later persuaded to take on the task of governing the country. Leonard Wood antagonized Manuel L. Quezon and Sergio Osmeña, the two most powerful political leaders. So, Manuel L. Quezon also known by his initial MLQ, was a Filipino statesman, soldier, and politician who served as President of the Commonwealth of the Philippines from 1935 until his death in 1944. Sergio Osmeña, Speaker of the First Philippine Assembly, a politician who served as the fourth President of the Philippines from 1944 to 1946. He was a Vice President under Manuel L. Quezon. 1921 Collectives, Nacionalista Party, political leadership should be exercised collectively, that no one person should dictate policies but instead all should participate in their formulation. Unipersonalistas leadership should be exercised by one person, not by group. In 1922, election on the issue between Osmeña and Quezon was clarified. Quezon's group, Collectivistas, won more seats than Osmeña's group. 1925, Democrata Party, third party, was successfully challenged both Collectivistas and Unipersonalistas. For the cabinet crisis, Jones lost strong opposition from the Filipino political leaders. Wood deviated from Harrison's policy of giving Filipino greater participation in the government. 1923, Manuel L. Quezon became the most prominent political leader of the Filipinos who had a quarrel with the Governor Wood, American detective in Manila Police Department by the name Ray Conley, the cause of quarrel. Manila Mayor Ramon Fernandez suspended Conley for allegedly accepting bribes and committing acts of immorality. Secretary of the Interior Jose Laurel approved the suspension. He wants Conley to be investigated administratively as well as Wood wants Conley be brought to trial. So Jose Laurel was a Filipino politician and judge who served as the president of the Japanese-occupied Second Philippine Republic, a puppet state during World War II from 1943 to 1945. Conley was found not guilty, so Wood ordered Laurel to reinstate Conley in his position and pay him back wage covering the period of his suspension. Conley retired and got his retirement pay. So Quezon took advantage to Conley case, so they attacked Wood and branded him as anti-Filipino. They accused Wood of interfering even the smallest detail of governance in order to curtail the rights of Filipinos. Filipino member of the cabinet and that member of Council of State resigned. Mass resignation, cabinet crisis.